Lisa Abel from Synovus Institutional Trust, and she is a wonderful resource for me as a senior relationship manager. And these folks help me make sure that your needs are being met so that I can continue to serve you guys as your best advocate out there. But it's hard for me to believe that, we're talking now about taxes. I think one thing that we've all learned over the last 21 years in working together, that it's inevitable that we're all going to grow old, and we know what happens when that takes place. And then we also know that taxes are inevitable on an everyday basis. But when they throw us some new zingers with tax laws, we want y'all to think about it in a different way. I want y'all to think about it because y'all are all compassionate in here, and you all do a great job. I want you to think about it just like it's a donor. You're helping a donor. You're helping a patient. You're helping someone to overcome obstacles, okay? So you're going to learn about it just like you're going to learn about any disease. How do you like that, Wayne?
Works.
And then you're going to help that donor. You're going to help the organization, the healthcare organization in the long run, to help that person and to help ultimately the healthcare foundation. And with that, Wayne Olson, as you all know, is one of our wonderful partners and hired?
Short.
Oh, short.
Keep it brief.
Okay, keep it brief. Y'all know him, you love him, you request him, and so we bring him.
Thank you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Is it too loud?
No.
Loud enough? Taxes. You guys ready to talk about taxes? That's exciting. No, I don't. I hate taxes. When your donors go and the tax man comes, we're talking about the tax law, what changes it's going to bring for us, what it means for us. I'll tell you what. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me in the back? Yes? There's feedback on the mic, so I'm going to go micless today. Is that all right? If you can hear me, Teresa? Yeah. Let's do that. We don't need any feedback. Well, we do need feedback on the forums, but not on the mic. So, as we look out at the beach yesterday, the beautiful sunny beach, and we talk about taxes, I want to set the stage for, by the way, it was really hard to get this because people don't like you taking a camera and pointing it at them on the beach. But I did that for you. I want to begin by quoting to you from my favorite philosopher, Montgomery Christopher Jorgensen Scott. Does anybody know who he is? That's right. Wow. You like Oreos? Sorry, I can't throw that. Yes, it is Scotty from Star Trek. And one of his lines from Star Trek 3 is, the more they add to the plumbing, the easier it is to stop up the pipes. Well, the tax law adds a lot to the plumbing, and it's easy to stop up the pipes. So let's try and sort it out and have it make sense for you, okay? And I have one rule when I speak, and I ask you to help me with this. Please do not save questions for the end. If I say something you want to question or don't like or doesn't make sense, stop me in my tracks. Don't wait for the end, okay? Another thing for this presentation, it's taxes. I am not that smart, so I am going to go slowly, okay? So bear with me. And I want you to remember one final point before we get going about taxes and what you need to know about taxes. Because I'm willing to bet a lot of you are like me and you really don't want to know a whole lot about taxes, okay? I want you to remember that that boat was built by a man who had never seen water or rain before. He was an amateur. This boat was built by the finest naval architects in the world. Okay? You do not have to be an expert on taxes to be effective. And as Steve has shown us, if you help me give this speech, I will reward you. Well, in December of last year, the government, Congress, it's not the president's tax law, it's Congress's tax law, passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act, which had 3 basic goals. We're going to simplify the tax system, we're going to reduce the number of people who itemize, and we are not going to increase the tax burden on you. That's were the 3 stated goals of the Act. So, today, for the 10 minutes we have together for our presentation, we're going to talk about what has not changed, what's the same, followed by what has changed, and then conclude with what we can do about it, things to do and watch. Make sense? So let's start with what has not changed. One thing that you need to remember, no matter what the tax law does, is we live in a nation of incredible wealth and prosperity. There are 52,952 self-storage facilities in this country. There are more self-storage facilities than U.S. post office and Subway restaurants combined. We have so much stuff that we have to hire somebody down the street to hold it for us. Imagine that. Imagine that. We're a wealthy country. We no longer have to get exercise at work. We have to manufacture exercise. We have 36,450 fitness facilities in this country. What I like about this one is they have an escalator for your convenience to get there. We have moved from the farm to the living room. We have to hire somebody to let us exercise. Think about that 100 years ago and how preposterous that would sound. And finally, I bet some of you, Eunice, have subscriptions to this television channel. Tell me when you know what this channel is. Dog TV. We have a channel for our dogs. So, we are a wealthy country. So what has not changed? The IRA rollover has not changed. Not a thing different about the IRA rollover for you. Nothing. It's the same. What else has not changed? Charitable gift annuities have not changed. They are still the same, except last month the ACGA raised the rates. If you offer charitable gift annuities, please, please, please market them now. But the tax law has not changed charitable gift annuities. So far we've got 3 things that have not changed. I didn't find anything else that changed, so thank you and I'll see you later. Charitable gift annuity unchanged. Charitable remainder trusts have not changed. No difference. Charitable lead trusts. Eddie talked about CNN and Ted Turner. Lead trusts have not changed. What has changed? Capital gains has not changed. Capital gains rates are still the same. No change. Have you noticed a trend? So far, there's not a whole lot of change, right? So when people say they're confused about the tax law, the first thing you can tell them is, not a lot's changed, and you'd be telling the truth. But what has changed? Here's where it gets a little sticky, but not much. The tax brackets themselves have not changed. The marks we judge our taxes by have not changed. What has changed are the rates. They're now almost lower. They're now almost lower. Almost all lower. Which means your donors will have more money at the end of the year because they are paying less taxes. Are you with me so far? Am I going too fast or too slow? Just right.
Perfect.
We got a Goldilocks moment going on, right? Okay. Too deep or too shallow? I can go really deep if you want, or I can go really shallow. Shallow, here's that, shallow? Yes. Your donors are going to have more money in their pockets at the end of the year because the tax brackets have been lowered. The estate and gift tax has changed. This is a little bit of a red herring, and I'll show you why. It's changed. Before the new law, the estate and gift tax exemption for an individual was $5.5 million, and for a married couple, $11 million. I'm rounding there, okay? Now, they've almost doubled, or about doubled. For individuals, it's $11.2 million, and for couples, $22.4. Meaning, if you die with $11.3 million in your estate and you're single, then you've got to deal with the estate and gift tax. However, if you have less than $11.2 million or less than $22.4 million if you're married, you don't have to worry about the estate and gift tax. I want to show you why that's kind of a red herring. Oh, by the way, if you don't like this law, the estate and gift tax changes, it goes away in 2025. So if you kind of sit on it for a few years, you're going to be okay. Here's why Congress doubled the estate and gift tax exemption. They wanted people to not be as affected by that exemption, okay? And what they looked at is how many people die each year. How many people die in this country each year? This is Congress. Is it 1.3 million? 2.7? 3.1? Or 13 million? Who wants to help me out? Poppy, you said 2.7 million. Let's see what it says.